Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into some absolutely wild. We are tearing down one of the most fascinating shifts happening in digital media right now. We're talking about the massive transition from messy, human-led vlogging to highly produced, fully synthetic AI empires. We are going to unpack the exact blueprint that digital creators are using to just leave the physical camera behind and literally manufacture entire digital lives. It's like a giant puzzle, and we're going to put it together. Let's get started.
There is a stark contrast out there that perfectly captures the modern creator struggle. On one side, we have a real creator from our source material named Hardik Explores. Now, his first video, titled Starting My YouTube Journey, pulled in just 98 views. You know the vibe. It's that classic vulnerable human experience of starting from scratch, putting yourself out there before you really feel ready. But then, look at the pivot. Shortly after, he releases a video titled I Cloned Myself Using AI. It's a brilliant illustration of this desperate move away from those grueling human limits and towards scalable AI automation, all just to try and hack the algorithm.
So, here's our roadmap for tearing down this blueprint today. First, the AI creator evolution. Then, the anatomy of a faceless channel, engineering a relatable persona, scripting aspirational content, and finally, generating consistent AI visuals. All right, kicking things off with part 1, the AI creator evolution. To really understand why this shift is happening, you just have to look at this number, 28. That was Hardik's subscriber count after 2 exhausting months of grinding and posting 26 videos. Building a human-led channel means you're constantly battling lighting, travel, editing, and just sheer burnout, usually for very little initial reward. The human bottleneck is painfully real. So how do you scale beyond those human limits? Well, creators are basically tossing out reality altogether. Instead of filming their own normal lives, they're engineering completely fictional, hyper-optimized personas from scratch. Our source material actually gives us a perfect case study for this, a fully synthetic blueprint for a character called the billionaire kid, named Ethan. Let's dig into exactly how a character like Ethan is actually built.
Which brings us to section 2, anatomy of a faceless channel.
Now you might be wondering, how do you actually build a person who literally doesn't exist? It all starts with the documentation. The absolute secret weapon behind these synthetic empires is something called a character brain file. Our sources define this as a reusable character Bible. You see, when you're working with AI, it doesn't inherently remember who your character is from one day to the next. So the character brain file is designed to ensure strict, unwavering consistency across every single video, thumbnail, and script. It acts as the ultimate source of truth, making the audience feel like they're watching a real, grounded individual over time. Let's actually peek at Ethan's core identity right from the source blueprint. His name is Ethan Sterling. He's exactly 10 years old. He is explicitly defined as a fictional composite character, meaning he's not based on any one real person. And his home base? A private estate called Sterling Manor. Every single detail here is meticulously chosen to build a rock-solid foundational backstory for this fictional billionaire child. But here's the thing, just making him rich isn't nearly enough to keep viewers watching. Moving on to section 3, engineering a relatable persona.
Okay, think about this. How do you make an infinitely wealthy, entirely AI-generated child actually lovable to a human audience? It's all about emotional engineering. According to the brain file, Ethan is curious, not spoiled. He cares way more about how a helicopter works than the fact that he actually owns one. And more importantly, he's programmed to be secretly a little lonely, with no siblings and very few kids his own age nearby. This generous instinct and his polite upbringing give him massive emotional depth. It completely sidesteps the trap of just obnoxious wealth flexing and makes the audience genuinely care about him.
And they also give him what the source hilariously calls catchphrase energy. Ethan uses this slightly formal, super enthusiastic dialogue that he's clearly picked up from the wealthy adults around him. Phrases like, "Well, that settles it then," or "Fascinating, let's investigate." By scripting these specific, quirky dialogue traits consistently, the creator builds immediate audience recognition. The second you hear that phrasing, you know for sure you're watching an Ethan video. But to completely ground him, the blueprint outlines some very strict core values. For Ethan, family time is greater than money. His absolute favorite part of the day is just a bedtime story read by his mom. He also wishes for incredibly normal things, like just wanting to ride a real yellow school bus for once. And kindness to his staff, that is non-negotiable. The crucial takeaway here is that grounding a billionaire AI character with highly relatable, everyday human desires is the exact hook that keeps the audience emotionally invested.
All right, section 4, scripting aspirational content.
Let's break down how an actual 3-minute video script is engineered to just perfectly maximize retention. It follows a highly structured 5-step story arc. First, waking up, but, to smart curtains, not an annoying alarm. Second, breakfast crafted by a Michelin star chef using Thai mangoes flown in that very morning. Third, school as a private one-on-one tutor, followed by swimming with an Olympic coach. Fourth is the afternoon flex, featuring electric go-karts and visiting a horse with top-tier healthcare. And finally, giving back through charity. It's this perfectly calculated balance of jaw-dropping wealth and heartwarming humanity. You really have to notice the intentional contrast happening here. The entire script relies heavily on pitting your normal, messy reality against Ethan's AI-generated fantasy. Where a typical kid has a jarring alarm clock, Ethan wakes up to soft piano music and a sleep tracker. Where normal school is 30 kids stuffed in a loud classroom, Ethan gets a private tutor and Olympic coaches. This constant, rhythmic comparison is engineered to keep the viewer in a permanent state of wide-eyed fascination.
But here's the catch. To make sure the audience doesn't end up completely resenting this billionaire persona, the script includes a crucial emotional anchor during that giving back scene. Ethan's parents take him to pack meals for families in need, and they tell him, money means nothing if you don't use it to help someone else. This specific line is engineered to immediately soften the character, flipping potential envy into genuine admiration.
Which leads us to our final section, Part 5, Generating Consistent AI Visuals.
So, having a killer script is one thing, but how in the world do you get an AI to draw the exact same character scene after scene? The magic answer here is a style anchor. This is a strict, identical block of text used in every single AI image prompt. It is absolutely crucial. If you change even one single word, the AI might hallucinate a completely new art style and boom, the illusion of a consistent channel is instantly broken.
Let's look at the exact keywords they plug into Ethan's style anchor. The blueprint dictates phrases like Pixar Disney-inspired 3D cartoon look, soft rounded shapes, warm bright color palette, and explicitly specifies fully clothed, G-rated family content. Every single image generated for the channel must run through this exact filter. The creator is meticulously engineering a brand aesthetic that is friendly, safe, approachable, and heavily optimized for a massive, family-friendly audience.
Finally, the source document lays out some absolutely non-negotiable operational rules for these creators. Rule 1. Generate the character reference sheet first and reuse that exact image as a visual reference for every other scene to lock in Ethan's face and clothes. Rule 2. Never ever alter the style anchor. And Rule 3, which is vital for long-term survival, avoid any real celebrity or brand names in the prompts. Keeping the logos, the cars, and the locations entirely generic is a highly calculated move. It's designed to protect this synthetic, automated empire from any real-world copyright strikes down the road.
Our source script actually ends by asking its own viewers if they'd trade places with Ethan. But honestly, after seeing the sheer level of psychological engineering and automation going on behind the scenes here, the real question we should be asking is this. As it becomes effortless to manufacture these hyper-optimized digital lives, are fully AI-generated personas the inevitable future of entertainment? It's definitely something to think about. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.